In terms of sort of final tips for graduates, those that are going into the job world in Australia, but also globally, Claire, like if you had to do it again from, starting your career, what are some of the tips you'd share with them to really build an amazing career? And when I say amazing, yes, successful, but also fulfilling and meaningful, where you're giving back and sort of, making the company, making the world really a better place, because that's kind of what's needed these days.
Yeah. Look, I think one of the key bits of advice is to give it a go. Okay, you will be amazed by what you can achieve, not just for yourself, but for others and them with you. And I think it's about embracing those opportunities and change whenever you can. So, if you're playing hockey on the hockey field and someone says, oh, do you know about this app? Where can I use that and stuff like that? Take that opportunity and see where it leads. You never know by connecting with people, what that's going to be. A couple of other things is I really think you need to ask. Don't be frightened to ask for something you want. And I know when I came out of uni as a young girl, having been exposed to a lot of men in that space, I was worried about speaking up. But if you don't speak up, you don't get. Mm-hmm. And if you don't get it the first time, ask why and try again. Keep trying, So, yeah.
Great tips. Mick Minion had a question for you, Claire. So he says, thank you for sharing. He wants to know how you separate work and personal life as a remote worker.
Yeah, it's always a challenge. And I think nowadays, one of the innovations that took off quickly is our great smartphone, mm-hmm. Separating work and personal life. I know a lot of people in business have two phones so that they can actually put their work phone in the drawer and just ignore it. And there's been a lot of talk in the industry always about having it combined into one phone. Mm-hmm. But again, it's about that boundary setting that you need to do yourself. You need to say, well, Sundays is my time with the family. I'm not going to look at anything unless it's critical. And if it's critical, you're going to have to ring me rather than text me. So you're setting the boundary and expectations on the people that are working with you, rather than you're looking at your phone for everything that's coming through. So that's how I've sort of learned to separate that time, and switch off from your devices at times. They'll find you.
They will. So if I understand correctly, Claire, that there's two steps. One is figure out what your boundary is. So when are you available? When are you not? The second one is communicating it to your manager, your supervisor, your team. And well, I guess the third step, then stick to it. Don't pick up the phone.
Stick to it.
Yeah.
Stick to it. And obviously there's times when it's different. Like, be present in the moment. If you're in a meeting with people, don't be looking at your phone all the time. It's a distraction. But communicate that, oh, someone's having a baby in my family and I need to know. I've got to have my phone with me. So excuse me if I do watch it today. And people are understanding. So it's about that communication.
No, great tip. We had Abdullah come through. His question was, how can you best cultivate resilience in a rapidly changing and ambiguous business workspace?
Wow, that's an interesting question.
Good question, yeah. You have 30 seconds, Claire.
All right, I guess a little bit of accept your failures. Don't be frightened to try something because you're frightened to fail. So give it a go and just accept that you might have to do a lessons learned when you make a mistake, and we all make a mistake. you know, in our careers. So build and accept that others will make those mistakes as well. So so it's about doing a lessons learned, what worked well, what didn't work well, and what you can do differently next time to improve on that.
So yeah, so